them blue bags, isn't there?
It happens quite often. They don't get any injured most of the time. They fall, they stay in shock for like half an hour, and then they are like, okay, I can go up again. I heard some of you are from the UK. Nice. Sometimes we have people from Poland, and then I go like sloth can fly, and they're like, okay, they take photos. Now guys, we have just two rules. The first one, you can take all of the photos you want. It's okay, but please remove the flashes. That stresses the animals. Every photo, every video, please, no humans and animals. Costa Rica has a law against selfies. If you post a photo on social media with a bird behind, somebody might think the bird can be a pet. It can encourage into illegal pet sale. And the second one, we cannot touch any of the animals. And we have a white deer roaming around free. If you see her, she loves to lick people. Don't let her do it. Do you understand any Spanish?
Oh my God, look at that.
Who said this? No?
Oh my
You do?
God.
Okay. Just in case, we apologize beforehand. One of those parrots was a pet for 35 years. You can imagine it. So our point is with nature, do not speak the environment and energy. They have a lot of laws and regulations. We want to release anybody here. That's quite important for the whole thing. Now, every single bird that you can see outside, they have a condition why they're going to fight. I'm going to ask you,
Smile.
That's the thing, that's neurological. Morgana fell in the nest, most likely landed with the nest, and suddenly because she got brain damage. She doesn't have the balance or the coordination. That's why you see her on the floor.
Choking down here, though.
She cannot fly. But sometimes, because of the brain damage and the stress, she pulls the feathers out of the wings and tail. That's why I asked you to give her space if she gets too close to you guys. Now, the two guys playing with each other, they have a really tough relationship. They fight each other, it's okay, they're not American. They are red lure parrots. So in 2018, all of these guys were legal in Costa Rica for being pets. Red lure, Millie, Yellow, Nate, those two guys behind the window, all legal. Now, yellow-knee herds are critically endangered, less than 3,000 the whole country. We cannot breed any animal here. We are not allowed yet or resident. We cannot breed, train, or castrate any animal. And if we can release the animal 100% sure, I cannot the least one that they have the better. We will be only seeing a quarter of the population. Now, in 2018, the law changed and all of these guys became illegal. We received almost 5 per month. On the left side.
Oh, yeah.
I think he was just about to move and he said, you know what, no. So that is sloth as far back on the platform. His name is Flocky. Flocky is a sloth who was born with only one claw on each arm and legs. He has a genetic disease. Every single animal with a genetic disease, automatically they have to stay because that disease can be transmitted to the offspring or onto a next generation. I would not approve that reason. And also Flocky doesn't climb really good. The back leg, the claw is attached to the paw the whole time. He can't even open it. I'm really happy you're from the UK because 2-finger sloths, we say that, well, they have a big snout, they're brown, and we say they have Donald Trump's haircut. It doesn't land well in the United States. So I'm glad that they're not there.
That's not fair on the sloth.
I know. You cannot say it. I have a tour and they say, no, I'm from Texas, Louisiana, Virginia. I'm like, okay, no. But I mean, it's just fun. Now, there are 2 species of sloths. 2-toed and 3-toed. The name is wrong in both cases. Both species, they have 3 toes on their legs. Spread the word, it should be 2 fingers and 3 fingers. 2 fingers are super aggressive. Highly. So we have, one is on top of this trunk. Can you see it from the step back? We have one on top of the trunk, one on the side of the wheel, and then one is above here. I'm going to start by saying that as soon as this tour is over, we open this door, the 3 macaws go on this stick, and there's a playground behind the rail on that side. They spend the whole day outside of there. The thing is that we cannot have these guys outside if you are inside, because these guys love to play with toes. The thing is that they have the strongest beak in the animal kingdom, and I don't think you'll like that. And they have told me how great they taste in curry, in coconut milk, and it's illegal. Indigenous people, they can find some species, but not nobody. So, Chai's enclosure is the whole time. You can go wherever she wants. At night, we put a blanket inside of that enclosure behind you. We open the door, and she can go in and out. She cannot be in an enclosure. She gets stressed, and she starts running out crazy, and then she can hurt herself. So she only needs to bark to be a dog.
It's a deer or something.
Guys, the guys in the back, if you want, have
The father's got one on the wall and you should know.
So these 4 guys will be spider monkeys. She's about to play, guys.
Look at the kangaroo.
So they're
What's
basically
up? What's up, Skip? What's up? Getting the well.
It is a female. Same as Neri on top. They're females. So you can see that thing hanging, you'll be like, what? Ow. Wait. The thing is that spider monkeys are the only monkeys.
Tried venison.
No, that's nice. I like that.
No alcohol.
Like liver coffee big.
As it should be. In Venezuela, they have the same. Sansa's name is for Game of Thrones. We have a monkey called Tyrion for Game of Thrones. They were supposed to be released as a couple. Sansa now cannot be released. The reason why is because she came as a baby abandoned by her mom, by the troop. I know. Look, if these guys don't like you, they might kill you. They are strong enough to do it, massive sharp canines. And she is a troublemaker. But the thing is that Sansa, if you see, she walks kind of clumsy, she doesn't move. Sansa came half blind. She had cataracts on both eyes. Even though we did surgery in October 2020 to fix her sight, her eyes are getting white again. It is a degenerative disease, most likely a genetic disease. We had to change the entire protocol. Have you seen George of the Jungle? Yeah. With Brendan Fraser? Sometimes she's swinging on the rope and she slams herself with the door, and then she's playing. She has again a lot of energy. Sansa is the best thing that happened to these three monkeys. Because the three monkeys in the back were pets. They were alone for their whole lives. Sansa's playing with them, grooming with them. That monkey in the back looking sad, Paco, from the bars. Paco has the worst story of the whole center by far. Yeah. Matt, the guy at the beginning, the British guy who talked to you at the beginning, and me, we are the caretakers of these guys. Paquito was chained to a pole like this one in the house, in a garage. 1.5 meters square to walk.
Now put it back on.
Not climbing, no stimulus, nothing. For 27 years. And they live 30. Paco right now is 31. It's the equivalent of a 95-year-old woman. Yeah. The thing is that, again, alone, in a wall, like nothing. When he was confiscated, he didn't have any hair on the neck or the back. Abscess of fat and pus on his butt for being sitting down for so long. Every muscle atrophy, he never used them. In that house, they said he was part of the family. They fed him with rice and beans, food leftovers, and to drink, they gave him Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola made Paco turn gray, and he lost every single teeth because they got rotten. Paco learned how to climb and everything thanks to the two big ladies behind. But the thing is that Paco is terrified of heights. If Paco climbs higher than those bars, he's gonna look down like God no. Yeah. So we're gonna give Paco the best 2 years of his life. He's not gonna stay here for long. The two big ladies, they were all pets too. Gigi was a pet for 17 years. Nere was only a pet for a few years. In the case of Nere, they used to take her to a supermarket, trying to make money with her. She was passing hand by hand, flashes everywhere. If I open every door, she will stay inside. She will not even attempt to go outside. It's a monkey that we called institutionalized. She feels more comfortable and safe inside than outside. We've been working on her behavior, but it's been quite complicated. In the case of Gigi, we wanted to release her. We still want. We had an agreement with Minay and the University of Costa Rica. She was supposed to be taken to Tortuguero with 10 people tracking her. Everything was approved to happen in May 2020. And do you know what happened in May 2020? Pandemic. Everything got postponed because 10 people in Tortuguero for 2 years. We're supposed to have a meeting with Minay and then decide Gigi's future. These guys are in danger. They take 3 to 4 years to have a baby, so Gigi is still fertile. We would love to give her a shot. But ultimately Minay will have to make that decision. And she steals the show every time. She's like,
She never gets bored of it.
no, the three monkeys, they do. At night, we have to get them separate. Each enclosure, they need a break from sunset. So guys, just in case, guys, it is not venomous. I would not recommend touching it. We're getting close to it. We're moving the pole, but it's not venomous. They come to eat the frog eggs.
What are the big birds that you see flying?
It depends, because if you see big birds flying in circles, trying to catch the current, those are at least 7 types of hawks and eagles, like ospreys.
Oh.
And they're trying to go to the States and Canada for spring. So it might be ospreys, common black hawks, falcons, all together trying to catch the current and then fly up north. Or it can be vultures. If it's super high, those are ospreys and falcons and eagles.
Oh.
That brown thing on the floor, walking around, is called aguri, and it's not ours.
It don't belong to us.
No, those guys come to steal every single day.
Just come right out. Yeah.
The thing is that aguris are super important for the forest. They take it's a rodent. It's like a tiny capybara. No, it's like, again, it's like 20,000. No, that's why
Bacon.
Back over.
they're not aggressive at all.
Pork chop. Gammon.
These two birds.
I like gammon.
They're so beautiful, fluffy animal, and they use more birds. We have two brown boobies. Save the goats. Save the goats. They are related to blue-footed boobies in the Galapagos Islands. The name booby comes from the Spanish bobo, that means dumb or silly. They're not afraid of humans. Like an example, the one on the left side, Dada was brought to us from a fisherman right here in front. He was fishing. Way smaller than crocodiles. Different species, same family. That's the biggest I can get as a female, which is 1.8 meters. She's not that big yet, but the tail covers half of the body. Pancha came here because she made a small mistake. She ruined a German honeymoon. This couple came from Germany. They got the honeymoon suite in a place called Villas de Caribe. They went to the beach for the day, and when they came back at night, it was a fancy place. Everything was open. When they went to the bathroom, Pancho was on the floor in the shower. That's a great story you can have for a honeymoon, if you ask me.
That's good.
The caimans can eat the turtles. Caimans cannot break the shell. They only eat small prey, not turtles. Now, these Mesoamerican slider turtles that are coming from a pet store, confiscated. The thing is that we need to know exactly where every single animal is coming from. These turtles, we have no idea because the pet store didn't say. We tested every animal from diseases, and these ones are positive for a fungus called Chytridium. This fungus doesn't affect the turtles, affects amphibians, specifically the respiratory system and the skin. We could release them in the exact same river that they're coming from, but if we release them into a different river, they will infect that river. And if they're not from the Caribbean side and we release them in the Caribbean side, even though they're same species, they might have grown in different ecosystems. If one turtle from the Pacific side mates with one on the Caribbean side and they have babies, that baby might have what Minai calls unnatural mutations within the same species. That's why the turtles have to stay. They live good 50 to 60 years, they eat everything. That's why people love them as pets. But sadly they will have to stay again. Well, that group is moving.
Loads of them in 2 minutes last year.
Yeah. People used to come out on them, didn't they?
Don't think of something to say. I said, don't think of something to say. Yes. So odd.
Brilliant. There's a crocodile here already. See it, Jack?
He's spotted it.
Would like to jump in for a swim?
No.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
My dad's Tarzan. Cal. Isn't it? My dad's Steve Irwin.
You don't have to worry about these crocodiles if we should all fall in. They're very friendly. Come. You guys want to stand up? The old tip over.
Just hold your finger on the tip.
That's what I do it for.
Fall to that.
He's coming in it.
No way. What's it here now?
Alright, so you see they're very friendly, right? Yeah, Jamaica.
You see, you two should sit in and film it.
As long as you get it, it's just there.
No, I can't use it.
Come.
This one.
It's the same one, I think.
Come. So we normally bring a little piece of chicken out here to give to them, but we don't do that every day. Often they will stop one, they'll get lazy and they tend to eat. Right, so we don't feed them every day. We allow them to hunt, which they're nocturnal. They rest in the day and hunt at night. 5% of their diet is fish. The other 5 are birds, crabs, frogs,
Human.
animals, and occasionally 1 and 2 fish. That's the Caribbean Sea ahead of us. That's where the Black River ends. The Black River starts in Trelawney, the north of the island. The river flows all the way down here for 44 miles. This river is Jamaica's longest navigable river. Not the longest river, but the longest navigable and the widest river on the island. Alright, so we'll be doing 2.5 miles upstream on the Black River. And by way of showing you beautiful birds, wetland vegetation, and some of those very friendly crocodiles. As Shanique says, let's hope we all get back.
The one we all
Those
do.
white birds, those are egrets, commonly known as baleen. They nest along here because they can flew back here to the fish market and eat. Get all the leftover from the fishes. So the crocodiles are very smart, so they have out at the nesting here of the birds. As the big ones get close to water, the crocodile eats them. Whenever the baby birds fall from the nest, the problem doing so, these crocodiles are inhaling lots of marijuana, so they lay Alright, so going upstream right now, guys, you can smell the gas. Smell it?
Yeah.
That's natural from the soil. That's a methane. So oftentimes when the gas come up so heavy and the sun is very hot, it ignites with the sun and starts a fire through the grass. Spontaneous combustion. You will see that as it go up. You will see where a fire was burned for about a week ago. Alright, so around here we normally find crocodile junior. Junior is about 2 feet. He's a little. See it?
Yeah.
He's getting
Yeah.
big. That's about
On the front still.
Oh, wow.
Same on the wall right there. That's junior. So you wonder how I know the boys from the girls? The sexy ones are the girls. But they're territorial. They control their own territory. Stay by themselves. You will find them together, but that's in mating season. After mating, they're no more friends. Love them and leave them. And you see the mouth wide open?
Yeah.
That's where the sweat glands are located. Inside the mouth. They don't sweat through the skin because the skin is leather. So they don't sweat through there. The sweat glands are located inside their mouth. So they sweat like dogs. And they have no tongue, they cut and swallow. They have a 6 to 8 teeth. 30 teeth in the top, 30 in the bottom. Very sharp. survive down here too long because down here is brackish. It's a mixture of fresh and salt because the tide from the sea comes up 7 miles. So they're floating here now is because you have some guys up the top there. They're cutting them loose. They float down to the sea. Salt water will kill them as they get down here or into the sea. Because these plants grow so fast, if they leave them, they'll take over the river. Stop the flowing of the river. So they have to keep cutting it. Now these plants were introduced to Jamaica from Brazil to clean the rivers from pollution. They're doing a good job, but they're trying to take over the river. So they have to get rid of it. While I'm not sure if you guys have to buy it back home. You don't have to buy it?
Yeah.
It's all here. You can take as much as you want. But as for the freshwater shrimp, this is where they get them from. In the root of the plant is the main habitat for the shrimp. So you take the plant, shake it out. Right now you get shrimp falling from the root of it.
Yeah. See it.
Oh yeah.
Crocodile Erica. Crocodile Erica is swimming towards us over here. Okay guys, so on board we normally take the youngest person and give to the crocodile. The youngest person off the boat.
Me, I am.
You get in front of the
Okay guys, she's back here, Erica. If you want to get her closer, you just have to stick your hands in the water. If you're right-handed, you can stick the left hand in there. If you're left-handed, you stick the right hand. If you use both hands, you can give one of them. Yeah, are you mash up the place? Eh?
Where's that?
The front.
Got the front now.
Look at her smiling for the camera. They love to smile. They're very photogenic.
No. Please get through that.
Alright, Erica, no meat today. You don't want to jump in. Alright, so these tall trees to our left, those are mangroves. Those are all the red mangroves. Wherever you see the red mangrove is an indication of salt. from here another 43 miles all the way to Trelawney. And they traveled underground for some part of it. Over to our right, that's the Salt Spring River, 14 miles. That's one of 7 rivers joining the Black River before it goes down to the sea. One of 7 included Wyeth Falls. Are you going there today? No? You're going to the rum factory? Alright, so Wyeth Falls is one of the nicest, prettiest falls on the island.
We went there last
August? What was it? Yeah. Alright, so it is located on the mountain there ahead of us. Nassau Mountain and also the rum factory, Upton Estates. And over here to our right, that's the Santa Cruz Mountain. That's where you find Lover's Leap. You hear of Lover's Leap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You was there? Okay, Lover's Leap. When you're up there, you're looking down here in a hole. Alright, so it's very high. And it's a story, it's fact from way back in slavery, where 2 persons was in love and they did not want them to be together. So they jumped from the cliff together. That was love at first sight. That's from the gas coming out of the soil, the methane. So once the gas come up on a hot day, it ignites with the hot sun and starts a fire. Spontaneous combustion, no control of it, it has to burn itself out. So this soil here is called peat. It's a peat soil. The reason why the water seems dark and black right now is because of the reflection of the peat. It shows so black because of the strong gas in it. If this soil is properly mined, it can be mined for gas. But they cannot do that right now because the soil is like a sponge, and with 7 rivers flowing down into the swamp here, 7 rivers flowing down here, if they remove the soil, the town will be flooded and other communities will be flooded. But now they have to leave. And this swamp here is the largest across the English-speaking Caribbean, 18,000 acres. Over 400 properties. Out here we won't see all of them. I've never seen all of them. I've seen a lot, sometimes none at all. Because sometimes we come out here we don't see any. That's just the wildlife, it's unpredictable. But going up you might find 1 or 2 jump in the boat with us. But just in case one do, you don't have to jump in. You can just make a circle around the cabin. river is 30 feet. Well, you won't see any frogs jumping out here because the crocodile eat them.
It's coming.
You see, he's traveling with a rope. So if you see somebody in here he wants to take, he just cast them and pull them out. But very friendly, not aggressive. Like the ones you find in South Africa and Australia, these are Jamaicans. Friendly.
Sniper.
And these can get 25 feet in length, and they can live up to 100 years. Territorial, you won't find them together. It doesn't matter if it's a big one, small one, boy or girl. Once they hatch out of the egg, they're 6 inches when they hatch. Once they hatch, they're territorial. Yeah, they stay by themselves. So when they hatch from the egg, because the mother don't provide for them, they have to go out hunting. So you have birds, fish, and other crocodiles. Population build up very slow. But a full-grown female can lay up to 50 or 60 eggs, which laying all those eggs, maybe 5 or 6 will survive. Some of the eggs spoil and birds and fish eat some of them, while mongoose eat some of the eggs. Now, as the female lay the eggs, if they bury them in a deep hole, they got males, and if they bury them in a shallow hole, they got girls. Do you know how is that? It's the heat. The more heat differentiate the male or the female. More heat goes through the egg, you got girls. Less heat, you got boys.
Because women are hotter.
The girls are hot. That's why so many hot girls out there. along here it is still salty, 7 miles up. Around here is called Mangrove Avenue. This river here, it starts in the swamp here, it is not coming from the hills. So from here the river gets narrow and shallow. So we'll be turning back from here, guys. Here is the turning point. Anybody want to jump in? As the good morning law says, ladies first. Kids follow. And the good captain go down with his ship. Am I right? Yeah, Mom? Kids on board.
Hey?
Alright, so it will get narrow and shallow here, guys. Here is the turning point. Narrow, shallow, and we don't want to get stuck. back in one piece.